going on, everyone? I am Double D, and welcome to the Double D Podcast. Always your host, Dan DeForest, and look who we have on today. We got Jader. We got Saucy with the sauce. It's
white ass
episode 27 of the Double D Podcast. And here we're going to recap the Daytona 500. A chaotic, insane race, but very heartbreaking for me. But we'll talk about that later on in the episode. So,
Bro thought he was in the race.
The race pretty much begun with Kyle Busch on pole. Kyle Busch looked fast at the very beginning. I think he was battling with Chase Briscoe for stage one. And then BJ McLeod, who got in because
he's terrible.
Alfredo,
I feel
the imposter,
the
imposter, got
Anthony
disqualified.
Alfredo.
And that's how he was able to get in. But he ended up getting a flat tire. Gecko from Geico was yelling, "Someone help me, I have a flat tire!" He spun out and collected a couple of cars. But he didn't serve really bad damage. But BJ McLeod wasn't able to continue. So his Daytona 500 hopes were over. All right, we move on. And Zane Smith won stage one, for sure. I think that's pretty much it that happened in stage one. What were your thoughts of stage one?
Stage one, I feel like it was just a regular traditional 500. Besides the part where BJ McLeod remembered that he was BJ McLeod and decided to kill himself.
Fair. Saucy?
I agree.
But Zane Smith, his car was arguably the best Ford in the whole field. He had, in my opinion, Zane Smith had the best Ford in the entire field.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't remember much.
I'll be honest. I say those Fenn Roush cars, they're RFK now. RFK looks really well. They were drafting together with each other. They did that in the duels, and they were doing that during the race. But honestly,
One thing I did weird was that there wasn't a whole lot of team tactics as far as pushing.
yeah, I was about to
It seemed
say
like
that.
a lot harder for teams to get linked up with each other this race.
Yeah, I was about to say that because it just looked like there wasn't really much teamwork at all. They were just mainly all spread out.
Uh-huh.
But I think the Fords did look faster in my opinion, but they always take each other out. That's the thing.
They don't care about themselves, honestly.
Yeah. All right. So that was stage one. Zane Smith won it. All right. Now we go to stage two. What happened here?
No, that was
chaotic. Yeah. The end of the world happened. Cody Ware was leading laps.
That was peak.
Cody Ware, actually, the thing is, Cody Ware locked in and then remembered he was Cody Ware.
Exactly.
True. Yeah, he was thinking he was going to win, then he saw he was in the top 10. He saw Connor Zillage, I think, going by him. He was like, "Oh, crap!" And he just spun out and took a few cars out.
What led to the wreck was Connor Zillage did get a bit swirly, and Ross Chastain reacted, and then for some weird reason, Cody Ware thought it was smart to go high and cause a wreck.
I mean, they may need to check him. He might have been intoxicated driving, being high.
And then Chase Briscoe he slides down to pit road, and Austin Dillon said, "Let me follow him."
True.
And then dies. But to be fair, I don't think Austin Dillon couldn't see because there was too much smoke coming from the 19.
Chase Briscoe was also involved in an accident. Saucy, I heard, bet some money on Chase Briscoe winning the 500, and that didn't go so well.
It was only $5. I was stupid because I should have followed my other bet.
You should just stay with Tyler Reddick.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You could have made $500.
I know.
I mean, he is sponsored by Chumba Casino, and they're based in Las Vegas. I mean, Vegas can be very greedy and just say the bet didn't work.
Chumba Casino is the new crown jewel stealer.
True.
Matt Baines keep my crown jewel. Watch out.
They won with Bubba Wallace last year, and then this year at the Brickyard, and then this year they won with Tyler Reddick. So Yeah, that accident happened, and then later on, this is where I made Saucy crash out about my take on this accident. So you had Justin Allgaier in the JRM Traveler Whiskey Chevrolet in the lead, and then you had Denny Hamlin going on the outside, and Justin Allgaier and his would say, spotter would say to move up, and there was somebody else there, and it was Denny Hamlin.
His
And that
father
caused the big
even
one.
said, by the way, that it was his fault.
Yeah.
Justin Allgaier's father said it was his fault for saying it too late.
Yeah. I mean, we had a couple of big wrecks, but it didn't really involve a lot of cars. I mean, Larson did get damaged in this one.
It did involve 17 cars.
Yes.
17 cars were involved in that wreck, but most of them got away just fine.
Yeah.
Besides, Todd Gilliland.
Justin Allgaier, too. Cars involved in that? I mean, I feel like Larson was affected the most. Of course, Justin Allgaier. But I think most of them were able to continue. And then Bubba Wallace won stage 2.
Oh, yeah, because of the big crash.
Yep. And they ended it in stage 2, so. Then stage 3. Stage 3.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, and they had the Toyotas. They had Bubba Wallace, I think Corey Heim, and I think Riley
Christopher
Herbst.
Bell.
Yeah, Christopher Bell.
No, it was Christopher Bell.
It was
all
Bell.
All three were
Okay.
leading all lanes.
Yeah, they had them controlling all lanes, and they were all going at 50 miles an hour.
No, 50% throttle.
You're right,
Like
50%
170.
throttle. It felt like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, they were going really slow.
Yeah, I mean,
But it was because they were saving fuel. Because there was only like 20. I want to say like 28 laps to go. I think what they were doing by Toyota's leading each lane was they were trying to get every Toyota to the bottom lane.
Yeah, I agree. I noticed that they kept like staying out there for so many laps, and then
Because Bubba was gonna like pit, but then he almost chose to pit, but stayed like one more lap.
that's true because they said pit this time and nobody pitted.
No one pitted. They were just waiting for every Toyota to just go down. Because you saw Eric Jones go down and Jimmy Johnson go down and Riley Herbst.
Yeah, you'd have the Toyotas go down, and then you'd have like the Fords and the Chevys mixed up, and
Yeah,
and then it would situate, I believe, in like the Toyotas still leading. I think because they were
What?
out there on the track, you know.
No, Michael McDowell was leading.
Oh, we were about to get to that, but yeah, I meant like out of the groups that pitted. Toyotas were out, and then
Toyota.
and then one of the last ones to pit, Joey Logano. Joey Logano just decided
Yeah.
to be Kevin LePage and almost took out the field.
Mm-hmm.
He thought maybe staying in front of the field, nobody will pass him. That he's wrong. Bald fraud.
I also think too, personally, this was Bubba's best car ever.
Yeah, I can see your point.
He was one that he led the most laps in this race.
True. All right, so then the caution would come out. What did the caution come out for?
Oh, Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin, I think,
hit the wall.
getting into each other.
Yeah, I think it was on purpose. Think about it. It was like 10 laps to go. They had to throw a caution.
Yeah, NASCAR, they need to make their last few lap finish. But yeah, Michael McDowell, though, he stayed out. He thought he was going to make it on fuel, so he was trying to gamble to stay out. And he still did stay out, even under the
And
yellow.
his car was perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Even though he had older tires and less fuel, for some reason his car actually was up to speed with everyone else.
It was lighter.
That's true. I mean, I thought it was I thought it was a smart move, actually, by him.
And also, too, what I think why he had the most fuel was because when everyone pitted, everyone was together, but Michael McDowell was so far ahead that he can almost lap them. So he just, was not even on the throttle.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I think the ones that were in the back, they didn't have to do anything with, the fuel because they were already not with the pack, so they could just save as much as they wanted to. Oh, they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you would have them re-rack for the final restart of the race, and it was chaos. You would have Michael McDowell still lead, then you'd have Carson Hocevar lead for a little bit.
two spires in the front row.
Yeah, and then with 1 lap to go, you'd have Eric Jones give a bad bump drive to Carson Hocevar, and that would take out half the field in that wreck in turn 1. And what shocked me was that they didn't throw the caution.
Go on.
They did not throw the caution. I thought they were going to throw the caution right there, knowing the history of them having a big wreck in the middle of the
NASCAR
track.
was stupid enough, they would have thrown the caution and Ricky Stenhouse would have won again.
True. Yeah, and for a moment, it looked like Ricky Stenhouse avoided it. And then you had Chase Elliott on the outside being pushed by Zane Smith and Tyler Reddick on the very bottom. And in the back straightaway and into turn 4, Chase Elliott was leading. But lucky Tyler Reddick, he had his teammate Riley Earps pushing him. And that's how Tyler Reddick was able to get past Chase Elliott.
Also, too, the reason why Chase Elliott, I don't think he was going to win this race either way, because let's be honest, Zane Smith wasn't going to push him to the win.
True.
If Zane Smith actually kept pushing him, they would have won. Chase Elliott would have won the 500. But Zane Smith wasn't going to help a Chevrolet out. He had the best Ford the entire day.
Yeah, honestly, if you think about it, he's the points leader right now because he had a great Daytona.
Yeah, and also too, Tyler Reddick Tyler Reddick said on his interview that he didn't even know he didn't know that they were still green. He found out they were still green in the backstretch. That's when he found out, and he floored it again, and then he got a big push by Riley Herpes.
Yeah, you're right. Reddick almost pulled a Homestead 2020 like he did.
Yeah, he legit got off the throttle,
race.
and then he realized that his spotter told him that they were still green.
Or was that 2021? But it was he was at Homestead.
It was when he was still in the 8 car, in the next gen car.
Yeah, he was trying to I don't know, make up as many spots as he can, and then it was the last lap, and he was like, thank you guys so much. And his spotter's like, it's the last lap.
Yeah.
And he just kept it going.
Aussie number 10, what was your thoughts on the last lap crashes?
I wasn't really a big fan of Chase Elliott wrecking Riley Herbst at the end, but besides that.
Oh, yeah, Chase Elliott. Why would he wreck Riley Herbst, dude? No talent, no respect.
Yeah, I mean,
he just wrecks Herpes.
I don't know. He just makes the track wider than it should be.
Yeah.
He's like a roadblock. And then whoever goes around him.
To be honest,
just crashes.
I really don't know what Herpes was thinking trying to block Brad Keselowski getting a push by Joey Logano. I don't know where the hell he got that from.
Yeah, I'd be honest.
I don't know what possessed Riley Herpes to just say, let me go from the bottom lane and helping my teammate to the top lane and block Keselowski for some reason.
Yeah.
The thing was, Chase was never going to win that race because he never had any shit to get through with him.
No, the only Chevy that was near that pack was Ricky Stenhouse, but he was way too far.
To make that pass at the end or even win in general, you have to have somebody that's going to pick your bumper. And the Toyotas had that loyalty.
I will say this, that Riley Herbst doesn't deserve the 35 car, bro. I don't know what he did. I don't know what was his thought process. He was doing fine pushing Tyler Reddick. They should have just hooked bumpers, and it could have been a 1-2 finish for 23-11. But he decides to go from the bottom to the high lane, wreck Brad Keselowski, and then get into Chase Elliott, and then everyone dies.
I think it's hard to judge that from that perspective.
Maybe.
He might have seen the 9 move down. He's like, okay, these guys might wreck, so I'm going to try to go to the top.
And he didn't know that Brad Keselowski was probably up there.
Here's what I think Riley Herbst's thought process was. It was a really dumb move, but I think he was trying to win the race.
Yeah.
True, I guess, yeah.
Because he's probably thinking, oh, well, Elliott and Reddick's going to be side by side, and I'm going to try to win it for myself. And death happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still don't think Riley Herpes should be in that seat.
Yeah, and it showed there.
I think Saucy's right about it. I think he's just a seat warmer for Corey Heim.
Yeah, probably.
I think he's just warming up his seat for Corey Heim, and I think Corey Heim is going to take over the 35 next year.
But also too,
I honestly think that Heim's going to go to the 11.
Really?
Yeah, if Hamlin
retires. Denny's only got a couple years. And
no, 2 years. This year, next year.
The way Denny said, I made an agreement to get. I don't know. It just was like, okay, he's told him he's going to race that long, and then he's done. And it just
He
makes
only
sense
has
from a
2 years
perspective
left.
of guy who drove the 11 truck and the 11 Cup car.
Well, I
Just
think
saying.
Hamlin also said it depends on how this year goes.
Yeah,
I think he's going to win the championship just because we're back in Homestead.
I think not Corey Heim. I think Cody
Tyler
Ware
Reddick could win it.
I think Brian
Ooh.
Vickers is going to make a comeback and win the championship.
The Epstein car.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
The
kidding.
Epstein
If you
file
guys watched
400.
my episode last week, I predict Ryan Blaney's going to win the championship.
No, not in Homestead. He sold that race so hard.
Well, it's an even year, and he's consistent.
Yeah, but he's never been good at Homestead.
You don't have to be. It's Chase.
Yes, you do. It's not even a super. It's not like Phoenix where you can just go all the way to the bottom and then magically drift up and get all that momentum.
Well, I know,
I
but it
think
doesn't
Homestead's a
depend
bit
on the
different.
last track. You just got to get enough points, so that way you have a buffer when you go into the last race.
I think it's gonna be it could be a Toyota because
let me mention this.
Christopher Bell's so good.
Jimmy Johnson was horrible at Homestead for so many years, and yet he won 6 championships.
7.
Well, he won at Homestead finally in his 7th championship, but that's my point.
I think that a smaller team is going to win the championship.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the big 3.
The last time a smaller team won was Truex in the 78, but it's been literally dominated by 3 teams, and I think a team is going to break out.
RCR is not going to win the championship. Neither is Spire.
No, I think Trackhouse or 2311 could win the championship.
Yeah. Interesting.
If somehow what's his name? SVG wins every road course and Pocono. No. If SVG wins every road course and a super speedway, he could definitely be like the winner of the championship or something.
And then the thing with that is the problem is he threw Connors Village in. It actually hurts them because it splits the likelihood of them winning. So it actually kind of hurts their overall points for.
And Ross Chastain, he's fine but last year he only had 1 win.
That's true.
I think if you give it a couple years,
and Connor Zill is just like 12 years old.
well, I think if you do give it a couple years, I think Connor Zillage is going to make a run for that title, even with Trackhouse.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I really think 2311 is like the best shot out of the big 3. They're not in the big 3, but they realistically have the car to win a championship.
I mean, good point, because
They have
Tyler
the
Reddick
car.
did make it a couple years ago, but he didn't have the car
Tyler
for
Reddick
the championship.
got to the championship 4.
Yeah, but
I think a Ford is gonna win this year.
we're
I have a
talking about the
feeling.
championship, but I want you guys to hear my take about that Daytona 500. I mean, as a Chase Elliott fan, I had to sit there, and it looked like we were a quarter mile away from celebrating. I was going to be like, man, no matter what all has happened the past couple months, I can just celebrate, be happy, go insane. And instead, Tyler Reddick was able to have his teammate push him to the line. And Elliott wasn't able to
Chase
win.
Elliott is so washed.
It just hurt watching that. Like,
I was
He was so
excited too. I'm
close.
not gonna lie. I was kind of like cheering for Chase Elliott because I knew Daniel was cheering for him, and I kind of lost my mind because I genuinely thought we're gonna have Chase Elliott win the 500.
I was
Yeah.
frantically cheering against Chase Elliott.
Damn.
we could tell.
I'm surprised NASCAR didn't throw the caution. I'm like, oh, Chase Elliott's in the lead. Throw the caution.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, Chase Elliott's in the lead. They're gonna throw the caution.
No. I think NASCAR was being tested because they always throw cautions on the last lap. They always do it, but they didn't.
I mean, more respect to them. I did want to see them race it to the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I had my heart in here, and it was ripped out right when Tyler Reddick passed. Chase Elliott still got a top 5 though, still a good points day, but man, he was so close to a victory.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm happy for Tyler Reddick though, because remember he finished second last year in the Daytona 500, and he finishes first this year. And then,
Yeah.
of course, with 23-11. Oh, here this stat, guys. 23-11. All the teams that were involved in the NASCAR lawsuit won this weekend. You had a front row with the Truck Series. You had RCR with Austin Hill. I mean, they weren't the ones suing, but that's when you saw uncovered in those tweets that they were calling Richard Childress a redneck. And then you had 23-11 win the Daytona 500 with Tyler Reddick, Michael Jordan, and Denny Hamlin's team. I mean, that's got to be the biggest slap in the face of NASCAR this weekend. Yeah, everybody's clapping for that.
Yeah. It was funny that the 3 teams that NASCAR hate won.
Yeah, I just found that really insane. And I'm happy for Tyler Reddick, too. I mean, he went winless last year, and this is going to give him...
Oh, you know another team that could win the championship? Be freaking RFK. I feel like they honestly could win the championship.
Chris Buescher's really
is
consistent.
so underrated.
Chris Buescher's really consistent.
And it's an even year, so it's probably going to be a Ford. But
yeah, Chris Buescher's really consistent. He won with the Xfinity Series in 2015.
Yeah, he did.
In this same
I
type
would say
of
Chris
format.
Buescher is the dark horse for the championship.
Yeah, he needs to bring the Cinedust car
I'm
back.
just tired of seeing the same team win over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like I don't think RCR is ever going to win a championship, though. I don't think so.
No, it's Dylan's year.
Both drivers are so. Okay, listen. I don't understand why Austin Dillon is so mid at other tracks when Richmond is like, dude, you can do that in any other short track. Like, what are you doing? Like, Austin Dillon could win Martinsville, Richmond, New Hampshire, but he spuns, even though he won a short track back-to-back years. Dana, your driver lost to 500. I don't want to hear it.
Richmond Merchant.
At least mine has a 500 win.
At least mine's got a championship.
That's true.
And a Coke 600 win, too.
Exactly.
Man.
He's way better.
Your driver only won because it was coronavirus, and they raced at Darlington 18 different times.
No. I mean, he had the second best average finish that year compared to Kevin Harvick.
Because they raced the same racetrack 18 different times. I'm just kidding. Bro, NASCAR that year was so weird, bro. They went from racing at Darlington, and then they inverted the field the next day.
Well, they
don't
kept racing
remember
at
that.
Darlington and Charlotte.
Yeah, and Bristol. And then they finally went back to Daytona, and then they did a road. Bro, they did Daytona 3 times in a year. Bro, they did Daytona 500, Daytona Road Course, and the Coke Zero.
Yeah, that was an interesting year. But Chase Elliott was consistent that year, so I wouldn't consider that a Mickey Mouse year for him. Compared to Lagooner, where...
No, Chase Elliott's is the most Mickey Mouse championship
No.
of all time.
No, Ryan Blaney.
It's definitely... No, it's Logano in like 2024. That was the most Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Because he was going to miss the playoffs if he didn't win Nashville. Nashville, he got lucky on fuel strategy. Everybody running out of fuel to win that race. And then...
He won.
And then, Penske's good at like plate tracks, so he wins at Atlanta. And then he won off fuel
Carson
strategy at Las
Bosart.
Vegas. He didn't even have the best car. And then,
No.
Penske's good at flat tracks, and he just dominates at Phoenix.
You know that meme? They wanted to ask what would happen if I didn't win. I guess we'll never find out. Drops the mic. He won when he needed to.
Huh. Yeah, I'm glad that format's gone. At least NASCAR
Honestly,
did something
though,
right.
I think
Like one race when he won the championship.
it's so interesting because Kyle Larson could go back-to-back too in the championship just because of points alone.
Yeah,
True.
free time.
What the heck? Hair in my mouth. But anyways, what did you
He
guys
needs to
think
start
of?
winning more. Yeah,
Do you
to
think
get up there with
my
Jeff
big
and
question
Jimmy.
about the Daytona 500 though? We kind of got off topic, but what do you think about the Daytona 500 though? Like, should stage racing go? Because I feel like it made stage 3 kind of boring for a little bit.
The thing is, if we're gonna have points back, then it makes sense to have stage racing because the whole point of stages were to gain points. In my opinion, it didn't make sense to have the winning you're in, and I don't think it made sense to have stages in the winning you're in because stages didn't really matter. It only mattered if you were off the cut line. Now, since you're racing for points, it makes sense to have stages.
Well, it mattered for placing yourself in the leader bracket.
Yeah, but like you weren't going to win a championship by points.
That's true. You kind of had to win the last race no matter what. So
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about winning you're in. Doesn't you can have a bajillion points. Like look what happened to Connor Zilish. The 12 wins, and just because of one race, and then just because of one race, Jesse Love won the championship.
Nah, Jader, you were happy about Jesse Love though. You gotta admit.
Oh no, I am still very happy about that. I'm just saying that it's true. Jesse Love is my favorite Xfinity driver. I saw him win in person.
Yeah, he's got a signed car by him, I think.
Yeah, I do. But the freaking signature faded away because he used the worst Sharpie in existence.
Wow, that's an L.
I need to get re-signed.
All right. So Atlanta's coming up. They're racing at they call it Echo Park. We refuse to call it
It's
Echo
not.
Park on here.
What's that? I don't know what Echo Park is.
It's a 1.5 mile
Echo
track,
Park?
just like
Was
Daytona.
Saucy, do you know what Echo Park is?
no,
Me either.
Echo.
What's that?
It's an Echo Park. That's what it is. It's an Echo
I don't know,
Park.
but like, where's Echo Park located?
No.
in Echoville.
Yeah.
Ecclesville.
It's located in Goonerville.
Yo, Lagooner.
Oh boy.
Goonerville, Ohio.
Yo, but all jokes aside, I think Aspire car is gonna win next week, and I think it's gonna be Carson Hover car.
What's your prediction, Saucy, for Atlanta?
Probably Ford. I picked Blaney, but probably Blaney or Busher.
I think it's gonna be Carson Hover car.
I had to pick my I had to pick my nemesis, Lagooner. I think he's gonna win at Atlanta this weekend.
You know what I noticed?
Silence
The
for me
race
picking
was
him.
the manufacturer loyalty was kind of off because, like at the end, I noticed that the Ford got completely abandoned by the RFK cars when they could have just pushed him and they could have all gotten a run, but they just freaking dipped on him for themselves.
Yeah, that's
So
weird.
There's kind of like a cliquey alliance kind of going on within the manufacturer. It's like certain teams don't want to work with the other teams, which is crazy.
It's just a Ford thing. It's just a Ford thing. They're races against each other. Bro, Chevrolets are somehow loyal to each other.
I'm loyal to you guys.
Like, Chevrolets would be happy if a Chevy won. But if a Ford won the race, the other Fords would be like, damn. Like, bro, Ford is the most unloyal manufacturer you can find.
Yeah, I see you got a point there. I mean, that does make a lot of sense. But I think I'm hoping that maybe they'll learn some of that stuff from, like, Daytona, and they'll race better here at Echo Park. Atlanta.
What?
Oh, man, I hate it. I call it that. But, all right, that's our
Atlanta's a good
predictions,
one.
guys. That is the end of the podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for joining Jader, and thank you for joining Saucy. Yes, we've completed the podcast. If you're new to this channel, hit a like and subscribe button. That'll help out my channel an awful lot. We'll be able to make more content for you guys. So the next time I'll be on here will be for the Echo Park Watch Party. Atlanta
What?
watch party. I'm being brainwashed. It's not good, guys. All right.
If you put Echo Park in your damn title, I'm not watching the stream.
Okay. Fair point. I won't do it. All
Don't
right.
forget,
Put
you like Daniel.
Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Big-
All right. See you guys Sunday.